Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Challanges. In case you're new here, subscribe, like, share, and leave us a comment. Of course, that's the national anthem about subscribing. I wish there would be music talking about subscribe. It could be one of the best music to listen to. And also, when we say about subscription, it depends with how you're trying to subscribe. Of course, always in all my vlogs that I should do, I always tell you guys, subscribe, and also not only subscribing, but also let me know your thoughts at the comment section, what you always think about the vlogs that we're going to do. Of course, on the other end, don't forget to turn on the notification bell, because that's the best way for you to know that we are uploading new vlogs. So on today's video, it's another special video that I've really created for the out of experience that most of the people will be watching this, most of who are willing to be dads, the upcoming dads and already dads, and also the upcoming moms, and those who are expecting to become moms also. So this video here today is for you. The only thing that I urge you for is also to subscribe, like, share, and also at the comment section down below, do the thing. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about that? These are the things out of experience, things that no one will let you know, but today I'm here to let you know about the things that you don't know. As a dad, or as a father, as an upcoming dad, or as an upcoming mom, or as an expectant mom, show some love by leaving the sweet comment and also listening. And if you don't want to listen to this alone, please call your partner, sit down here with her or with him, and tell her that, oh, let us listen to this. Maybe here you're going to gather information, and of course, it's one of the best things. I'm even struggling because it's too hot to handle. It's too hot to handle for this, So actually, you're going to start. There's this vision that you are looking for a partner. Now you are here with a partner, and there are things that you're planning together. And on the other end, things maybe not. They don't work as you were expecting. All this, we're going to talk about it over here, and it reaches a point where you feel like, oh, it's enough. I think this is the time for me to quit. Don't quit, because the hardest part is always where success is. So create a way for it, and you are the champion for this. All right. And of course, I want to give a big shout out to all mamas in the world. A big shout out to you. It's very crazy when we haven't sat down and asked ourselves, how can a human being develop inside a human being? It sounds crazy, right? That's how questions also run in our mind, in every human being, like, oh, how can a human being develop into another human being's body? That's what we're going to talk about. So watch this video, subscribe, and also comment down below your thoughts. We are going to talk about meals. We're going to talk about the pregnancy session. We're going to talk about hospital. We're going to talk about the feelings. We're going to talk about the craving. All these things make you feel like you are a slave, in quotes. A man is a slave. Sometimes you feel like, oh, I'm becoming a slave. I'm not saying that I'm a slave. I'm not saying that you are a slave. But sometimes they make you feel like you are a slave. You're not going to do your own things. You're going to do this. If you used to moving to different places, now the journey is going to be cut off. So watch this video, listen carefully, and we are here. Yes, she's pregnant right here. You all have this all journey, all pregnant. Because if you really came together and you decided for this pregnancy, now you are all pregnant. Reason number one, there's this also you feel on the other side that you're now idle. You don't know how to take, you know what to do, because you feel as if the other side, maybe a lady having pregnancy, now your man become useless. No, not that way. There's things that you always do, so also to see the biggest support to her. Reason number one, or thing number one that people don't know about: when a woman is pregnant, also a man is pregnant. That's thing that you don't know. Reason number one. So there's this thing that you always, sometimes you feel dull at home. Sometimes you're watching your wife or your pregnant wife over there watching her, and sometimes you feel like maybe there's this feeling she feels that, oh, now I'm pregnant and this guy is not really helpful for me right now. That's the time that always also you need to be smart, very, very, very smart, because there's this thing that we want to also go to the hospital together. You want to check on your baby, the progression of how the baby is growing, the what you call the ultrasound. You need to be there supporting her and watching the progression of the baby, because the first time you realize that she's pregnant. On the other hand, you are like feeling now that, oh, maybe you are losing it all. Maybe on the other hand, you are idle. Maybe you are not giving her support, because there are different feelings. Because when a woman gets pregnant, there are different feelings. There are those who comes with different cravings. There are those who comes with more love to a man. There are those who come with hatred to a man. There are those who comes with just mood swings, you know. So those are things that you need to pay attention also when you are having your man and when you are having your lady near. As a man, because this video today we are doing it as an exception to say the new dads, the challenges that they don't know about, and things that they don't know when they are expecting them to be as a new dad or the dad to be. When a woman is pregnant, you're also pregnant. Reason number one, taking her to the hospital to see the progression of the baby, checking on the ultrasound how she's doing, avoiding her do the support, you know, the support that we're giving it to her. Sometimes there are things that maybe she doesn't need to bend to pick, you are there to pick. So in quotes, you become a slave. Number one. Another thing is like, that's the emotional support that we always do. There's things that she cannot carry. She cannot carry heavy things. So remember, you are there as a man to carry those things. If she has to cook, if she was supposed to cook, now you are there also to cook, because now you are all pregnant. Remember? I'm telling you this video today, it might sound crazy, but we are trying to bring all sorts of things out. Remember, there are these things that also, in terms of meals, if she's gaining weight, also you're gaining weight. If she's losing weight, you're also losing weight. Because why? This is because of her cravings. Remember, whatever she'll be eating, you should also be eating. Sometimes she's craving for ice cream. You're going there to buy. You cannot buy it you cannot buy it one. You have to buy two, yours and hers. Another thing, if she's craving for beef, you have to cook that beef. You have to eat it as a family. So while in the journey of gaining weight, also as a man, you are really gaining weight. The graph of weight, it's just going this way, parallel. If it's a journey of losing weight, then it's going downwards. Number one, you are in a market and she's like, oh, I need this kind of fruits. You also have to eat those kind of fruits, because you cannot be in the house where she's eating and you're just there watching. Sometimes you'll be like, oh, maybe this man has done this and she's not doing this, you know. On the other hand, there are things that also you need to know as a man, watching her, maybe the progress of her stomach while she's like heavy. On the other hand, also your other side, you should be knowing how to take care of hers while she's pregnant. So these are things that most people or most dads, they don't know about. In the other end, there's these times things of cravings you have to learn while taking her to the hospital. There are things that you need to learn, maybe in terms of food, in terms of doing the CPR classes, because there are such kind of the hospitals that they'll teach you doing some of the CPR classes, because this is a session where you don't know what is going to come out. So also you're very curious about what's going to happen to this. What if? That's just actually during the pregnancy session. So you need to know, to learn about the CPR classes, maybe in terms of how to carry the baby, how to take care of your wife. A lot of things that are really happening to this. So you need to know this, and that's why today I'm here to address this and tell you about what everything is on this journey. Remember, we are here. And also another thing is, as a man, you need also to do the hospital tours, not just like being there, sitting, waiting for the due date, of a woman to just deliver. No, you need to do what we call like hospital tours. So you need to go to different kind of hospitals. You see their remarks about their deliveries, what they have done, what are the cases of while they are in the maternity room, which is the best place, and which is financially okay, because you cannot just try to take your wife to a hospital which is bigger than your pocket, because on the other hand you might be like, oh, you might end up stressed, you might end up having financial crisis, you might end up even selling your best thing. So you need to give the best according to how best you are, you know. Sometimes we strain ourselves to break the bank, to do this and this, but on the other hand you feel like, oh, I'm now drained, because this is the most draining thing ever if you haven't really prepared for it. And also, through these things that you don't know, after maybe doing the hospital tours, you need to look for doctors who actually will give you some lessons again about how you take care of your baby together with your wife. Remember that. On the other end, there's this, in terms of hospital. Now we have talked about hospital tours, about the lessons, about the doctor, about a lot of stuffs on the other end. And on this same period of pregnancy, you need to know how to pack, what to pack. At this time you should know in your mind that, oh, I'm now becoming a dad, I'm now going to become a dad, so I need to know what to pack to the hospital, you know. Sometimes you might pack your suitcases, the whole suitcases, and you end up using one cloth and you're like, why did I buy this? And also in terms of packing to the hospital, you need to know what to buy before, because remember, you have been going to the hospital to do the UV, the ultrasound, checking on, sometimes you're checking on the gender. Maybe you are like, oh, I needed a boy, and the other side you say the lady says, oh, I need a girl. So you need to know the gender before also doing what you call like buying stuffs. But if you have already been a dad, there are those clothes that maybe your firstborn or your secondborn has been using. Now you're going to get a secondborn, and you'll be like, oh, I have this at first, or I had this at last. But as a new dad in the building, these are things that you have to know. Number one, you need to go to the hospital with your wife, being there for her in terms of feelings, being there for her, because you need to know, you need to read her. You know, it's like a book. The more you go inside, the more you learn a lot. So you need to know about these things. So while you have been looking at this, you need to know what to buy. As you have seen, you have already known about the, what you call like the gender. Now you are preparing yourself. Oh, I want to buy this, the best thing to buy. And there's things that you can buy as a dad, and they will be used maybe for one day and it's done. So you need to be very, very, very much strict on this, about if you are going to maybe do a shopping for your baby, you need to know very well that, oh, if I'm buying this, there are things that they are very enticing, you know. There are things that they'll be telling you, oh, you have to buy this, you have to buy this, but in 1 month already the baby is like this and things have really, so you have lost money for that. Another thing is, while you are doing about doing the shopping to your baby, also remember that you have to do things in upfront. Don't just buy, if you're buying clothes, don't just buy clothes for newborn. No. Buy clothes for even 6 months, maybe 1 year, 3 months, because there are those who will tell you, oh, for now, because the baby is going to be born at the hospital, this should be done. Man, no. Don't do a mistake of buying clothes only for the newborn. Just buy clothes. You don't know the progression. You don't know the baby the moment she comes out from the stomach. It depends now how you're treating your wife. The more you treat her better, the same energy drives to the baby, and the baby grows, you know. So also pay much attention to that. If you're buying clothes, just buy upfront. If you're buying for newborn, buy for 3 months upfront, buy for 6 months, buy for 1 year, and things will be moving on in another good way. Now here we are. You are in the hospital. Now it's the due date now. Let the doctors do their thing. Don't take your feelings there. There's this thing that always, yes, you are very strict, you want to see your daughter or your newborn being born. If they tell you don't do this, don't, because there are those who will force maybe to enter the theater, and on the other hand, the doctors are mad at you. So you should know how to handle things. You should know how to handle your feelings and your emotions while you are in the hospital. Reason number one, that those doctors who maybe sometimes, I'm not saying that all doctors, but there are those doctors. That's why I told you have to do hospital tours and create a very friendship with some of the doctors that will be taking care of your wife. Because if maybe it is an emergency and you're rushing to a hospital that you have never been to, you have never socialized with any doctor there, you have never seen any nurse there, then things are going to be hard for you. Reason being, maybe you are panicking because this is an emotion where you're like, oh my god, what is going to happen next? What next? So you are always having this kind of mood swings, emotions. Maybe if you see a doctor passing in a hush, you want to go there. So it's always, you need to prepare yourself one-on-one, having that friendship with the doctors, having that friendship with the nurses before you go to the delivery room. So there's that friendship that you create. So they will be also telling you about maybe how everything, they'll be updating you how everything is going. If they allow you to be in the theater room, or it will be better. If they're not, then respect them. There are those who are forcing, like, oh, I want to see there, I want to see how my wife is giving birth, I want to see how the maybe the cesarean section is being taken place. So sometimes you end up fainting. So that's luggage or burden number 2, that you have fainted. So they're also trying to save your life. They're also trying to save the infant life. They are trying to save your wife's life. So it's all, and again, 3 burdens in the same room. So if you know very well that you're having these issues of panicking, please try to manage them little by little, until when the due date is, now you feel like, oh, if I'm better to go in, it's okay. If not, then stay safe wherever you are, and then until you'll be told that everything is okay. All right. And now we are here where a situation comes. Now you are okay, you have been buying stuffs, you are in the hospital. Now the doctors have done their thing. Now you are here. Remember that you're going to be the first person, maybe after the mom, you're going to be the first person to hold your baby, or to cut the umbilical cord. There are those who will be still shaking, like, oh, like, let me so this is the umbilical cord, and you're going to cut it. If you are trembling, then which means you can even end up cutting the baby, or leaving the scissors to fall on the baby. If you know you're that, so please tell the doctor or the nurse that, oh man, I'm not going to do this, but please do it for the sake of me. So there's this situation, it usually happened to me, that you're trying to hold your baby, and you're like, the babies, when they're young, the heads just goes the way they want, so that's the very first time that you don't know how to hold the baby, you don't know what to do. So always ask that, hey doctor, for this, help me to do this. So until, that's why I told you have, for the first time when I was introducing to this video, you have to know the hospital that will give you lessons about the baby. Second, they have to tell you what to venture you to the meal that will always make your wife not to gain too much weight, because the moment she's gaining weight, you're also gaining weight. Reason being, whatever she's been eating, also you have to eat. Oh my god, I don't know if I'm making sense to this, Sorry, before I skip this one, that meals at the hospital. Also, you are packing meals to the hospital because this is the due date. Maybe you don't have a family nearby who is coming to check on you, so you are there. This is the mutual support for you and your wife. It's you and you only with your wife in the theater room. So this is the night before it happens. There's a situation where you'll be told she should not eat maybe for 6 hours. So of course also you have to eat, so that also you can have that energy to talk to her as a supportive husband or a supportive dad. It's due date, everything has happened, you are cutting the umbilical cord, you are the first person to carry your baby, and now here becomes you as a new dad, or you as a dad or as a father. Now there's things that you're becoming so protective. Number one, the baby is born. Remember, that's the situation where your wife now, her mind is just on the other world. She's weak. You know, it's you now to give her and the baby a mutual support, where you have to advise her, you have to give her some kind of stories, you have to motivate her, you have to encourage her. Because if you are alone, there are those who maybe give birth when their family friends are not around. You are receiving a lot of phone calls, maybe from different places. That's the time you need to put your panic down, do away with your fear, and listen to your heart, listen to your mind, cool down, and wait for this session, you know. So the baby is born. If you're not protective, there are those who maybe friends or family, everybody's coming in to check, carrying the baby anyhowly. You know, sometimes that might bring what you call like fear also to your woman. Reason being, number one, she's weak at that point, and there are so many people coming in. They want to talk to her, they want to give her some words, they want to tell her, oh, how is the baby? You know, she saw her at the first when maybe the baby was put on her chest for the bond. Then later on, the baby was transferred to the incubation area where everything is going to happen. Sometimes you see the baby is being lifted up. As a dad, sometimes the dad's feeling that you're going, maybe you want to fight even the doctor or the nurse, that what are you doing this? So sometimes you need to cool and let the nurse do their own things. So as a new father or as a new dad, those are things that no one will ever tell you, and now I'm here to tell you. You need to cool down and let them do their own things. Even if you know, cool down, let them do their thing, and let them hand over your stuffs to you when they are okay. But if you are trying to be smart than them, then they'll be more smarter than you. So you need to cool. So be very much protective when it comes to this. When the lady and your kid has, or you know, when we say kid, we say kid is for the goat. When your baby or your newborn is there, be very protective. Don't allow more people to come and touch her or him. Don't allow more people to come and talk to your wife, because that's the time when she needs you the most, like no any other person but you and you alone. But if you're having family members who are near, who have been with you at the whole period until now, it's well and good. But always be protective to your infant or to your newborn when she is born or when he is born. Now here comes another thing that people don't know, or new dads don't know. Now you are out of the hospital has kicked you out. Maybe after 2 or 3 days you are being discharged from the hospital. Your wife is gaining strength a little bit. Maybe you have a car. This is the time now you feel like, oh, I'm going to put the baby car, I'm going to use the baby carrier to this, to put my baby here. We're going to use the car seat to put the baby, and this is the time that you are really afraid of anything. If you have been used to ride at 80 kilometers per hour or at 80 miles, now this is the time that you're going to ride that car at 10 kilometers per mile. You know, like you're really trembling, like to avoid even to step on a portal. So you are just, the things are running in your head. There's that excitement at first, that oh my god, or if what you have been expecting has gone through the way you have been expecting it. Things just come out that way, you see. So there's this what you call like fear of you taking your family home. Maybe you are driving, so if you used to accelerate at 180, you're going to reduce it to maybe to 10. So just that fear, you know, oh, what's going to happen? Is the baby okay? So you know, you are sweating. On the other hand, you're like, you are carrying lives, you know, you are carrying lives. You're not just carrying things, you're just carrying very delicate things. Remember, your wife back is not really strong to uphold maybe the portals or the bumps. Your infant, the brain is not yet fully intact, so it's swaying. So you need to go as smooth as you can. Even if there are people who just trying to honk on you, just put your hazards, go steady up to where you are, and avoid long distances driving if you know very well that you are trembling or you have these other emotions in your head. That's fact. Now the other fact is, you are here, you have arrived home. Now here comes another way. If you used to sleep maybe 8 hours or 6 hours, here comes a new alarm in the house. Here comes a new alarm, a new alarm, brand new, with a lot of energy. In case you get an infant or a newborn who or she screams on top of her lungs in the midnight, oh my God, that's the time that you're maybe feeling like, oh, this is the time that now I'm exhausted, let me put myself down maybe for a couple of minutes, then I wake up. And that's the time that she is awake. So you should also know how to prepare her or him when she's at home. You know, you need to take care of your wife, you need to take care of the baby. Always put a schedule between, you know, now this is the time they don't differentiate between night and daytime, but it's you now to put a schedule for the infant or the baby to know the time to sleep well and the time to wake up well. Like in the morning, you can introduce her. Maybe when she's awake, you can wash her well, because the babies are not washed that much, but use warm water to wipe them well, and then introduce them maybe to small lighting. When they sleep again, you just make sure that your room is well lit during the day, but at night start to introduce to the dim lights, so that as they grow, they differentiate between night and daytime. That will just build a very great brain for the baby. And also putting her to the great schedule, because they will know, oh, this is daytime, it's time maybe to play, and this is nighttime, it's time to sleep. You understand that? On the other hand, that's where you'll be like, oh, you're asleep, and then the baby cries, you're the first person to wake up. Like, oh, maybe the mom, you're here, the mom is there, she's breastfeeding, you're always there peeping, like, you want to see how she's breastfeeding. Is it okay? Oh, has she hold the baby's right? So you are always there as a new dad. So these are the things that no one will ever tell you, but expect me to tell you this. And that's why I'm here, for you also to know that you'll be always awake. Sometimes first week is the most hectic week. Thank God that everything has gone well, but first week, you with your baby, is the most hectic week ever, because she's crying the whole night, she's sleeping the whole day, maybe she's sleeping the whole night. So it means a time that you have even to wake up your baby. Oh, wake up, man, you want to breastfeed. And always, this is the time that also you need to balance, because you need to balance your emotions. There's time that you need always to ask your wife, what does she want, what does she need. So you always want to, because they cannot say this at all, they not tell you this. That's the time also to avoid them having this crazy, what you call like postpartum depressions. So you always have to pamper them, you always have to ask them what they want at the right time, because their mood swings, they shall change. There's a time that they can even neglect the baby. They can hear the baby crying there, but they don't mind it. They see as if it's something crazy, because the first week, as I told you, is the most hectic week, where maybe the nipples are cracking, they are feeling pain when they are trying to do what you call like to breastfeed. So it's you to be there, watch them carefully, encourage them, lure them with all sorts of your good words, so that they can breastfeed. There are those mothers that they always feel, you know, when they give birth, crazy, the mind just go crazy, you know. So you always need to be there for them, and also watch very carefully, because sometimes it's real. Postpartum depression is real. Maybe I also create a very nice vlog with my wife to ask her these questions about how does she deal with postpartum depression. Does she experience it, or when we are with her, or has she ever experienced it? So thank you very much, guys, for watching this video to the end, and of course let me know in the comment section what have you learned about these things that you have to know before being a dad or after being a dad. Maybe you are a dad and you have never heard about these things, or you are just having a newborn and you haven't ever heard about this, or you have ever experienced about this. Also comment down below. I really appreciate your love and support, and that's what everything is. There are always fears at night, you know, fears at night when it's the first week. All right, so be blessed all. Ensure subscribe to this YouTube channel. Remember, we are on the road to 30,000 subscribers. Like, share, and leave us a comment, and let me know in the comment section what you love to know more about family. Be blessed all, and bye bye, guys. See you in our next vlog. We love you.